poetry, I wrote a novel that nobody could read, I couldn't even read it myself, a play which I couldn't get put on, and in desperation I went to film school because I thought, well, I want to be an artist, in inverted commas. How can I earn a living, you know, get a daily wage? So I did a year at London School of Film Technique and came out, and I started working very luckily with Hugh Hudson, who took me out as an assistant director and then let me edit his films as well. I learned more in a few months with Hugh than I ever did at film school. About this time, John was making films, and he made a film called Movie Maker. Well, I don't know if it was called Movie Maker at the beginning, but he shot a film, and he asked me to edit it. Now, the charm of this is that we ended up editing his film in an air raid shelter in Chorley Wood, and the rushes, it was underground, and the film was hanging as they do in old film cutting rooms, you know, strips of film hanging, and it would all get sticky. We'd have to take it out to the door and dry it out so I could actually work with it. Do you remember that? Do you remember that air raid shelter?
Yes. Sadly, I threw away a lot of junk footage, spacing, which was of Ozzy Clark's show in Chelsea Town Hall, and we junked the lot. We were using the spacing.
Oh, the soundtrack. Yes.
Did you used to go into Granny Takes the Trip? Can you remember the interior?
Oh yes,
Yeah?
I certainly can. I mean, the thing is, what these two guys did is they got the feel for what people like me wanted to wear. And it was just a wonderful marriage of minds, because when I walked into that shop, I thought, these are my kind of clothes. And they really hit the spot. It's what Nigel was saying about the LSD influence. And when I look at this, it's because Morris kind of captured nature in art. It has a wonderful fluidity about it. So when I bought my jacket and put it on, it was perfect. And you know, I probably wore it for 5 years. Even went to India in it.
And did you know at the time it was Morris fabric?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh yes. This was made clear to me. Yeah. Well, no, we talked about it in the shop, and you know, there was this grey because it was like green velvet trousers and wonderful shoes as well. I bought these.
Go Hill.
God, man, the shoes.
Snakeskin boots.
Yeah, I mean,
Stars.
everything, stars.
Yeah.
It was just perfect, and I'll say it wasn't that pricey. You know, it wasn't. I was just like a film editor, you know, assistant film editor on very little money, but I could afford to go in.
They were affordable.
They were affordable.
So what sort of brand would you? What do you mean by affordable? What sort of, so you could save up for a certain amount of time and buy them, or could you just walk in and buy them?
Well, probably, you know, I would have I don't know, I can't remember. Would it be about 20 quid, 30 quid?
The jacket?
Yeah.
I can't
No,
remember.
but it
I can tell you that I remember buying dresses, and I think you could buy them for a £5.
Yes.
But that was quite a lot of money, because you could
Well,
eat
Guinness.
Yeah, but
Guinness.
But remember that the average
Artist wages, please.
The average wage in those days was £10 a week.
Yes.
Oh yes, and
So
you
we
could.
were expensive.
Yes, and you could eat
You
for
know,
50.
we weren't. You know.
The rent for the store was £7 a week,
Yeah.
and for another £2 I had the flat upstairs.
Yes.
But they,
Yes.
you know,
And
the
you could
front-
eat for 10 shillings, you know, which is 50 pence.
You get change for that.
Yes, Chelsea Potter.
Out of a
You know,
10 bob
the
note.
front of the shop with the car.
Yeah.
Oh, what a brilliant idea, you know.
We kept changing it.
I know.
We wanted people to notice, and we'd put them up overnight, so that.
So yeah, if
next
you walk
day,
down and say, well, Mike, there's a
Where's
Buick,
that
there's a
gone? Oh,
Buick
God,
there. What's happened to the Chevrolet?
Yeah.
Is there somewhere you can see like a record of all of the shop fronts, or
You know, sadly, we weren't
they're not
really
recorded?
very good at business or self-publicity in a way. We were very passive and we were creative.
very young, we weren't
Yeah.
really interested.
No.
I mean,
No.
for me, this jacket, you talked about, well, did you think you'd done something iconic? Not at all, not at all. It was done out. Next, I was doing
Yeah.
a faux tiger jacket based on James Dean, so,
Yeah.
you know, from William Morris to 50s Hollywood.
Mhm.
That's right. We
Yeah.
went
Do
to
that.
see. I remember we went down to